Okay, friends, we are going back to blobs this week. I did start something else, but my brain is tired. And blobs, I know I can relax in. Welcome to week 46 of the 52-week art journal journey. I'm Melinda, and I'm here to encourage you to reclaim your creativity and establish a healthy habit of creative self-care through my simple form of art journaling. As I mentioned, we are back to blobs, and I'd like to bring back the autumn color mixing. In a way, I guess you could say this week is all about me, but I know a lot of you are also stressed and love the blobs like I do. So let's do some low pressure fall art blob making. This incorporates ideas from one of my often mentioned favorites, Andrea Nelson, as well as some other reels I have seen on Instagram, including a couple from Natalia Nazarian. You can find links in the description to her and Andrea Nelson on Instagram. Check them out. And while you're at it, if you haven't yet, check out my new account, better.with.art, where as we move into the new year, I will be focusing on creative self-care content. There will still be some of that on Melinda Van Rye, but as I am moving into selling more of my art, I just felt better more separating the two. If you don't follow me on Instagram at all, hop on over. I would love to have you both places. But if you don't think you will ever be interested in my art, well, the Melinda Van Rye profile isn't so much for you. But if you want, I'd say daily creative self-care content, definitely not there yet, but I'm working toward it. Right now, I am really enjoying, but am overwhelmed with getting together enough products for an upcoming Christmas bazaar at a local church, which I signed up for kind of spur of the moment because I have not yet been able to make enough time to set up my new online shop. I am a one-woman show, and the 52-week art journal journey takes a lot of time. I also work part-time and have a 9th grade homeschooled daughter. I also have 2 sons, but they've graduated. You've seen Nora, or at least her hands, in some of my videos. I'm kind of rambling. Well, what I want to do is encourage you to take some time to breathe, to relax, and get lost in the process of painting some watercolor blobs. I really loved making all of my pumpkins, and this is an extension of that. We are headed into the holidays here in the US, and that might have some of you stressed too. I still have no idea what my family and small extended family are doing for Thanksgiving, and that's okay. Although I am someone who does overthink things and obsess over planning things sometimes, there are many things I have learned to let go of trying to control or trying to get a better shape of in my mind as we head toward them, for my own sanity, to function within various groups and relationships. One thing I found really helps in situations like the holidays and obligations that they and other responsibilities entail. It was very freeing to come to the point to accept the fact that I do indeed have a choice in each of these situations. If there are things that are very hard for you to get through because you feel like You just have to, and just have to endure it. Make a conscious effort to realize and accept the fact you can say no. Each of these things you have decided that the consequences of saying no are not worth saying no. That is a choice. And it's amazing how freeing it is to accept that. It's amazing how much easier some things were when I gave up on resenting them because I had to do them. It's amazing how much easier some things became when I accepted that I had agency in the situation. When I accepted that I made the choice. I had a choice and I made it. It's so much easier to feel more peace in something when we have some control. And something that may be a little uncomfortable about it is we can't just use it as an excuse. I am responsible for my choices. I am responsible for their consequences, and I am responsible for my attitude as I fulfill whatever obligations I accept. Feeling empowered in a situation is great. It's difficult to act with grace when we feel like we are being forced in a situation. It's difficult to act with grace when we feel like we are only obligated. It's impossible to act with grace when we feel like the victim of our situation. And I think it's a good time to examine this, especially for those of us entering the holidays feeling uncomfortable or overwhelmed about obligations and expectations. What situations would you rather not be in? And why are you putting yourself in them? If your reasons are good enough to keep making that choice, accept that you are making that choice. You have a choice. Make it and live with it. Don't resent it. Live it. To be honest, this is maybe my fourth take trying to get the second half of this audio recorded. I feel like the first time I really said what was on my heart and I got it out there and I liked the way I was saying it. But my microphone had other ideas. And I only had the first half of my audio. I have continued to have trouble with my microphone and my words. I didn't start recording knowing where I was going, which isn't uncommon for me. I don't always know what I'm going to decide is the week's journaling theme. This is where my mind and heart went. But I feel like I'm not articulating it as well as I could and as well as I did. And I'm not even 100% sure that what I'm saying right now will even make it into the video because, as I said, I'm having technical difficulties. In the midst of all the other things I need to get done, this one is not cooperating very well. But I made a choice to start the 52-week art journal journey. And I am so glad that I did. I am grateful that I have so many reasons to keep making art. And in this season of thankfulness, I'm thankful that I have had the resources to buy supplies and keep improving my videos. I know they're still not very great, but I am learning and I am making progress. And yes, I am grateful for that. And I am grateful for the opportunity to encourage you to take time for art. I'm thankful that you are here and allowing me to encourage you to reclaim your creativity and practice creative self-care with art. Thank you for letting me remind you that it is not a waste of time. If you decide to encourage others by sharing your 52-week art journal journey art on Instagram, I would love it if you tagged me, Melinda Van Rye or better.with.art. I would love to see your creativity and have the opportunity to give you even more encouragement in your creativity and in encouraging others. If you would like to share in a smaller, safe, only encouraging environment, sign up below for my emails, and you will also receive an invitation to a private Facebook group that is still very small and slowly growing. I'm not 100% sure what 2024 will look like as far as my art making videos go. Obviously, the 52-week art journal journey is drawing to a close, but I can't just let this go. On the other hand, it is a huge investment of time, and I can't necessarily afford to keep doing this in the format I am. And I haven't had enough time to work out any of the other ideas I have had. I will be back next week with another small art and journaling prompt. In the meantime, have some fun creating a wobbly watercolor blob fall forest. We have lost many of the leaves here, and, well, in a way, I guess we are paying tribute to the beauty that is past as we enter into the season that is coming. It was some relaxation I needed, and I'm inviting you along. So, enjoy, relax, breathe, take some time to make some art, to feed your soul, to give you energy for all the other things, and take some time to consider how you can take all of those other things on, feeling a little more power, a little more agency, a little more peace, a little more grace. We don't need to make life any harder on us than it will be on its own. Give yourself grace, give others grace, and accept grace.